What's up, guys? Just making this video real quick, kind of give you an update of what I've been having to deal with for like the last 11 months, almost a year. It's gonna be a year in September. So last year I had the virus in September. I was sick for about 3 weeks. Flu-like symptoms, mostly in bed all day, just feeling really sick. Chills, fever, and something fell off. Like once I started feeling a little bit better, like my body didn't feel the same. Nothing really felt the same. So I knew something was wrong. I saw many doctors in the time span of 11 months, and most doctors would just tell me that I had long COVID. And taking medications, I've seen GI doctors for my stomach, I've seen endocrinologists for my thyroid, neurologists when I was in the hospital, and just a lot of checkups with my doctor. They don't really do much besides just normal blood work and prescribe me some medications for just the symptoms, really. Can't really do much more than that. So last month, the 11th, I decided to go get tested for Lyme disease, just because all my symptoms were really pointing towards that. And with all the research I was doing on my phone over like the past, 11 months, it started to show more and more signs of that. It was kind of hard to pinpoint it at first because I didn't really know what was going on, and everything I was feeling was new, and I've never felt like this before in my life. So it's kind of hard, and it was a difficult time in general, and it still is. But I have some good days, I have some bad days, and I'm gonna be reading some stuff off my phone. So if you see me looking to the left or to the side, just know that I'm looking at something. Came back positive for Lyme disease with co-infections, Borrelia species, and also Babesia. So Lyme, 2 different co-infections, and also came back with Epstein-Barr virus, which is currently in my body right now as well, along with the Lyme disease. So I reached out to my doctor under my insurance, and they basically told me that they couldn't treat me because with Lyme disease it's pretty difficult to get any sort of treatment through insurance, because they don't believe in treating you with more than 3 weeks of antibiotics. And in my case, my Lyme disease is more chronic, and it's been in my body longer, so it's going to take longer to get better, and it's harder to treat. Can't just treat it with antibiotics for 28 days and expect to be better. Even if I did treat it with antibiotics, there's still a chance that I'll have post-Lyme symptoms, which basically means that the Lyme disease is out of my body, but I'm still experiencing the same stuff I'm experiencing now. So it's better to take a different route and do it a more holistic way and more natural way. So over the course of 11 months, some of the biggest things that have happened are a loss of appetite, inflammation in my spine and my upper cervical leading into my brain. So a lot of inflammation going on in my body, even in my joints, and in my stomach lining. Everything's just inflamed. My body has a lot of inflammation. In the last 11 months, I've lost 20 pounds, which is crazy to say because I lost that so quick. Well, it seems like it was quick. I'm gonna go ahead and pop up the symptoms, which is arthritis, bone ligament or muscle pain, brain fog, which has been super crazy with me. The brain fog has been so bad, I can't even drive no more. It's messed up pretty much my motor skills. And it's been really hard to do anything, concentrate, focus on anything. And just trying to take it one day at a time and focus on getting better. Difficulty sleeping, which I've had since this all started, especially like having nightmares and tremors at night, night sweats, waking up in the middle of the night, like around 4 a.m. every night. Mood changes, anxiety, depression, neurological symptoms. When I was in the hospital 2 months ago, I stayed at the hospital for about 3 days. The neurologist was telling me that it looked like I had MS, which is multiple sclerosis, and that wasn't the case. I asked the doctor to test me for Lyme disease, and they refused to test me for Lyme disease because they said I don't live on the eastern side of the country. It would be impossible for me to have Lyme disease. Other autoimmune conditions, which my body is prone for autoimmune diseases. I've had Kawasaki when I was 2.5 years old. I've had anxiety and panic disorder since I was throughout my life due to inflammation, possibly from this Lyme disease. I don't know how long I've had it in my body for, but I know it's been in my body for a while. Babesia is the other co-infection that I have. Symptoms are air hunger, shortness of breath, anemia, dark urine, fatigue, heart palpitations or heart racing, low oxygen levels, night sweats, and upper neck and upper back pain. Like I said before, you get a lot of inflammation in your spine and in your head, which can really debilitate you and make it hard for you to do anything. Really, like I said, I haven't been able to drive, haven't been able to do anything really with my friends or work, since it's been really just hard on my body. I'm gonna go ahead and pop up some pictures as well of what some of the stuff that I've noticed about my body changing. Really, obviously the weight change has been significant, but also I've been having problems with my liver as well from the co-infections, and you can see it with my eyes. Another big thing that I started having that really started to give me a scare were these pseudo seizures that they call them, which is basically a non-epileptic seizure, and it's scary. It pretty much lasts about 10 minutes, and I go into like a complete body shock where I can't move. The first few minutes I can't even respond to whoever's talking to me, and my whole body locks up. Let me see. I start to get facial paralysis on one side. My face will start to go to one side, and my hands and everything will lock up. That lasts for about 10 minutes. Then I'll slowly come out of it, and just like nothing happened, literally like a switch just hits, and I'm back to normal. But those were starting to happen more frequently, and that's when I knew something was really wrong, and it was really starting to mess with my neurological. So that's when I decided to go get tested. So recently I've started to see a LLMD, which is a Lyme literate doctor, and they have a protocol for me. Well, they have a good treatment plan in general for 7 to 12 months, and that consists of really just rebuilding my immune system so that my body is able to fight off everything that is going on. And then in the last couple of months, detoxing and really opening up those pathways to detox my body. For now, I haven't really been able to do much for myself, detoxing here and there, but it really just makes it worse. Everything just worse. I feel more sick. I feel more tired. I feel more brain fog, and kind of just putting more hurt on my body than really doing it any justice, really. So I plan on getting this treatment for 7 to 12 months, and I'm hopeful, and they said that everything looks good for me, that everything can be reversed pretty much in this 7 to 12 month span. So I'm really looking forward to it and hoping for the best, that I can make a full recovery and get back on my feet and do everything that I have to do. I have a lot of work that I need to do still with my brand and just in general. This has stopped me from doing pretty much everything, like I've said. And now I just need some help from you guys. So I've always been the type of person who can't receive anything without giving something back. That's just me. I've always been like that. So something that I have in place is on Instant Euphoria. I'm having a fundraiser and I'm selling these hoodies that I made. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it up right here. God right on top, us under him as his creation, and then our assignment that he has for us to do here on earth. Something that's significant in my life, trying to get better and trying to better my health and make this full recovery. I still have an assignment to do here on earth, and I know that he's watching over me throughout this whole entire process, and he's pushing me for sure, and he's gonna help me grow into a better person because of all of this, and things will only get better from here. I know it. I know I'll get better, and I'm keeping a positive mindset. Like I said, it's been hard. It's been really hard, but I just pray every day that God will continue to guide me, continue to watch over me, continue to heal me. And I pray for all of y'all that God will watch over y'all and heal y'all with whatever y'all may have going on. I know Instagram's kind of like a thing where we just get on here and we try to make everything look as best as we can, but life hits you sometimes and you just gotta do what you have to do. I didn't really want to make this video, especially trying to fundraise money, but sometimes you don't have a choice, and I'm glad that I'm doing it, honestly. I really am, because it's showing a different side of me, something a little bit more personal, and it's helping me understand myself and not overthink too much about like what other people think, or because everybody goes through stuff and it's natural, it's normal. So it just made me more comfortable in front of the camera as well. This is the first time I've ever really done a video on camera, talking especially. It took me a few tries to just get comfortable talking to myself. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw these on the side. By the time you watch this video, they'll be on there. All the funds will go to my treatment, and I'll make sure that everybody knows that, and we'll see it once I start getting treatment. So I would really appreciate it if you could go and make that donation, and they will be up until I can get somewhere near my goal or close to it or reach it. The second fundraiser is going to be on GoFundMe. I'm going to have that linked in my bio, and that's for any sort of donation. Honestly, I'm grateful for anything that I receive, but I can understand if you can't make the donation for the hoodie. But if you could please donate anything, it would help tremendously, and it would help me kickstart getting this treatment and get it going before anything was to get worse. Pray that it don't, but you never know. With how the body works, it's pretty interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and have those linked, and if you can't make a donation on either of those platforms, share with your friends, share it with your family members. Just continue to share it so I can get closer to my goal, and maybe other people who are going through something similar or who have had Lyme disease in the past or might have it in the future and don't even know it yet, they can see my message and they can resonate with it. Thank you for staying to this end of the video. I appreciate it, for taking the time out to watch this. A lot of people have reached out to me in the time span of 11 months, and I appreciate all those people who did and kept me in their prayers and prayed for me while I was still trying to figure out what was going on and trying to figure out this whole thing, which I'm still trying to figure it out. But thank you. I pray that everybody has good health, or that they can maximize their health. I pray that God watches over you and your family. I love y'all. Thank you. I'll keep y'all updated, and I'll see y'all hopefully when I'm starting to feel better, and I'll be showing a little bit of insight just here and there of treatment. Nothing too crazy, kind of more loosely, depending on how I'm feeling too. And yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.